Mimas is one of the strangest worlds in our solar system. At first glance, it looks small, frozen, lifeless. But scientists now believe this tiny moon may hide something impossible beneath its icy shell. In the freezing darkness beyond Earth, orbiting the giant planet Saturn, there is a tiny moon that should be completely dead. No atmosphere, no volcanoes, no warmth, just ice, rock, and silence. Its name is Mimas. For decades, scientists believed it was nothing more than a frozen space rock. But then something changed. Tiny movements in its orbit revealed a shocking possibility hidden beneath the surface. An underground ocean. A secret world trapped beneath miles of ice. And if that ocean truly exists, then Mimas may completely change what scientists know about where life could survive in the solar system. Tonight, we travel deep into Saturn's system to uncover the mysteries, secrets, and terrifying truths hidden inside Mimas, the dead world. For over 200 years, Mimas was the boring moon of Saturn, a 400-kilometer ball of ice so heavily cratered it looked like a cosmic fossil. Discovery of Mimas. Mimas was discovered in 1789 by astronomer William Herschel. At the time, humanity barely understood the outer solar system. Telescopes were primitive. Saturn itself looked mysterious and unreal. Yet hidden around Saturn were dozens of moons. Mimas was one of them. Tiny, dark, barely visible from Earth. Even today, Mimas remains one of Saturn's smallest major moons. It measures only around 396 kilometers across. That means you could fit the entire moon inside some U.S. states. Compared to Earth's moon, Mimas is microscopic, but size can be deceiving, because sometimes the smallest worlds hide the biggest secrets. The Death Star moon. Mimas became famous for one reason: a giant crater called Herschel. This crater is absolutely enormous compared to the moon itself. It stretches around 130 kilometers wide, nearly one-third the size of the entire moon. The impact was so violent, scientists believe it almost shattered Mimas completely. Cracks can still be seen across the surface today. When images from NASA's Cassini spacecraft arrived, the internet immediately noticed something strange. Mimas looked almost identical to the Death Star from Star Wars. The resemblance was uncanny. Suddenly, this forgotten moon became one of the most recognizable objects in the solar system. But behind the memes and jokes, scientists were asking serious questions. How did Mimas survive such a catastrophic call? And more importantly, what happened inside the moon after the impact? A dead world. On the surface, Mimas appears completely lifeless. Temperatures can drop below -200 degrees Celsius. There is no breathable atmosphere. No liquid water on the surface. No signs of active geology. Scientists originally classified Mimas as a boring moon. Compared to worlds like Europa or Enceladus, Mimas looked frozen solid. But space is full of surprises. Sometimes the most important discoveries happen where nobody expects them. Because deep beneath the ice, something strange may be happening. The secret inside Mimas. In recent years, scientists studying Mimas discovered unusual movements in its rotation. Tiny wobbles, tiny shifts, tiny clues. These movements suggested something shocking. Mimas may not be frozen solid after all. Beneath its icy crust, there may be a global ocean, hidden in total darkness. Scientists believe this ocean could exist between the rocky core and the outer ice shell. If true, this changes everything, because Mimas was never supposed to have enough heat to keep water liquid. So where would the heat come from? The answer may lie in Saturn itself. How Saturn controls Mimas. Saturn's gravity constantly pulls on Mimas. As the moon orbits the giant planet, it gets squeezed and stretched repeatedly. This process is called tidal heating. Similar forces happen between Earth and our moon, but around Saturn, the effects can become extreme. Imagine bending a paperclip over and over again. It heats up. The same thing may happen inside Mimas. Tiny gravitational flexing could create enough internal warmth to melt hidden water beneath the surface. And that means Mimas might be active, right now. Not dead, not frozen solid, but secretly evolving in darkness. Could life exist wherever scientists find liquid water, they begin asking the same question. Could life survive there? On Earth, life exists in unbelievably extreme places. Deep under Antarctic ice, near boiling volcanic vents, even in complete darkness at the bottom of Earth's oceans. So if Mimas truly contains an underground ocean, could microbial life exist there too? Right now, nobody knows. But the possibility alone makes Mimas incredibly important, because it suggests life-friendly environments may exist on far more worlds than scientists once imagined. How Mimas helps the solar system. Mimas plays an important role in Saturn's system. Its gravity helps shape parts of Saturn's rings. One massive gap in Saturn's rings, called the Cassini division, exists partly because of Mimas' gravitational influence. Every orbit, Mimas pulls on ring particles. Over time, those tiny gravitational effects organize the rings into complex patterns. In a strange way, this tiny moon acts like a cosmic sculptor. Without moons like Mimas, Saturn's rings might look completely different. Mimas also helps scientists understand tidal heating, icy moons, and the possible locations of hidden oceans throughout the galaxy. So despite its tiny size, Mimas may help humanity answer one of the biggest questions ever asked. Are we alone? How Mimas can be dangerous or no? Helpful. But Mimas also represents the violent reality of our solar system. The giant crater on its surface proves how destructive space collisions can be. One slightly larger impact, and Mimas might have exploded completely. Its environment is incredibly hostile. Extreme cold, intense radiation, constant gravitational stress. And if underground oceans become unstable, massive fractures could reshape the moon over millions of years. In many ways, Mimas reminds humanity that the solar system is not peaceful. It is dynamic, violent, unpredictable. Worlds are constantly changing, colliding, and evolving. What is happening inside Mimas right now? Beneath the frozen crust of Mimas, there may be silent oceans moving through darkness. Hidden currents, hidden heat, hidden chemistry. Scientists believe the ice shell could slowly shift over time. Beneath it, water may circulate around a rocky core. If hydrothermal activity exists there, chemical reactions could provide energy for microscopic organisms. But until future missions arrive, Mimas keeps its secrets hidden beneath miles of ice. Waiting, silent, orbiting Saturn endlessly in the darkness of space. Mimas may look tiny, but this strange moon is teaching humanity something extraordinary. Even the coldest, smallest, most forgotten worlds may still be alive inside. Hidden oceans, hidden energy, hidden possibilities, somewhere beneath the frozen surface of Mimas. The story is still unfolding, and one day, humanity may finally uncover what has been hiding there all along.